Good morning, third grade friends. I am ready for another First Chapter Friday. Today we're going to look at a series that you can find in our fantasy section under DAR. The series that we're looking at today is called The Unicorn Riders. So here are all of the books. I don't actually believe that you have to read them in any particular order, so I am just going with the first one on our stack, which is called Ella Beth's Light. So as you open up the book, there's actually information for you about each of the unicorn riders and their unicorn. So Ella Beth is down here, and it says Ella Beth's symbol is a hummingbird, and that represents energy, persistence, and loyalty. Her uniform color is red, and her unicorn is Feza, and she has an orange topaz horn, and she has the gift of speed and can also light the dark with her golden magic. So to read about the other girls, you can come grab the book. You can also see a map of the Unicorn Riders world. And then we are going to get started with chapter 1. Ella Beth swung onto Feza's back and cantered across the paddock towards the stream. It was a gorgeous day for a ride. The sun was shining, birds twittered and flittered overhead. The trees shifted in the breeze that smelled of gardenias. What a beautiful part of Ava May this is, Ella Beth whispered in her unicorn's ear as they galloped along. Come on, girl, let's go faster so we can explore more of it. Feza whinnied excitedly. Her hooves flew over the grass, and she carried her rider along. Ella Beth, who trusted Feza completely, closed her eyes to fully enjoy the thrill of the wind through her hair and the feeling of her unicorn racing beneath her. Ella Beth and the other unicorn riders were staying at a country house near Ava May's hot springs. The girls had been on several dangerous missions recently, trying to protect the land of Ava May from the evil Lord Valerian. Queen Heart ruled the land and was grateful for the riders' help. She felt the riders deserved a break, and she offered her gorgeous estate for them to stay at. The riders had spent several days enjoying the hot springs, which had worked wonders for mending their aching muscles and lifting their spirits. As she raced along on Feza, Ella Beth felt something change in the air. Shadows darkened, and the breeze turned cold. Ella Beth shivered as goosebumps rose on her arms. How come it's so cool all of a sudden, she wondered, and what happened to the birds? Ella Beth turned her head to listen. The world had gone silent. Overhead, storm clouds shut out the blue sky. Heavy rain drummed across the paddock toward her. Let's get you into the stables, Ella Beth said. Quick, girl. With Feza's speed, magic swirling out of her topaz horn, Ella Beth and Feza raced back to the house. The other unicorns, Obeki, Ula, and Estrella, were out in the paddock. Moments ago, they'd been grazing on the long grass. Then, the sudden onset of the storm now had them whinnying nervously. An angry rumble of thunder was followed by a lightning flash. Ella Beth urged all 4 unicorns towards the stables. They galloped inside as the other riders arrived wearing their raincoats. Are you okay? Crystal asked. I'm fine, Ella Beth said. This storm is a bit frightening, though. It's come out of nowhere, Quinn agreed as she and the other girls dried off their unicorns and settled them into their stalls. Ella Beth gazed out the stable doors. The rain fell in thick sheets, blocking out the house. The wind howled, making the roof rattle and the walls shake. It sure is odd for this time of year, she said. It's just a freak storm, Willow said as she filled Obeki's basket with fresh oats. I hope that's all it is, and not a sign of something bad to come, Crystal said, as she patted her unicorn to reassure her. Storms always make her flighty. When the rain finally stopped, the riders trudged back to the house. Ella Beth spotted something fluttering beneath a gardenia bush. Just recently, the plant had been covered with creamy, fragrant flowers, but the storm had knocked every last petal off, so that now they lay in a thick sludge on the ground. What's that? Ella Beth asked as she bent down for a closer look. Oh no! Ella Beth crawled beneath the bush. Flowers plastered her hands and legs. She caught a drenched, injured bird lying there and brought it out into the open. "It's Belmont," Quinn gasped, "and he's hurt." Belmont was a messenger falcon. He flew all over Ava May delivering messages for Queen Heart and helping the riders. "What's he doing out in this storm?" Crystal asked. "He probably got caught and didn't have time to find shelter," Elabeth said. She held the bird close, trying to warm him. "He must have been blown under there." "Such a brave bird," Quinn said, stroking the falcon's head. Belmont screeched weakly. "Has he got a message?" Willow asked. Elabeth checked the leather strap tied around Belmont's leg. "Yes," replied Elabeth. "Let's get him and the message inside," Willow said, eyeing the sky as lightning sliced the clouds once more. "Looks like this storm isn't over yet." Elabeth shook her head. "All is not right in Ava May. I'm sure of it," she said. So if you would like to find the Unicorn Riders books, like I said, you can find them in the fantasy section under DAR, and you can read about each girl and her unicorn. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and happy First Chapter Friday.